Hello and welcome to Recap Flicks. Today I will present you a romance comedy from 2011, titled Bad Teacher. Enjoy.
Right, let's do this.
Elizabeth Halsey is a lazy, gold-digging Chicago teacher at John Adams Middle School who curses at her students, drinks heavily, smokes and shows movies to sleep during class time. She plans to quit teaching and marry her wealthy man, but her boyfriend dumps her when his mother shows him that Elizabeth is only after his money, so she resumes her job as a teacher. At school she notices a new teacher named Scott Delacourt, that came there for a period of time. After quickly noticing his expensive watch, she immediately figures that he is wealthy, so she approaches him and tries to win over his heart. Her dedicated and enthusiastic colleague, Amy Squirrel, also pursues him, while Elizabeth rejects advances from the school's gym teacher, Russell Geddes. When Elizabeth was talking to Scott, he showed her his ex-girlfriend, and Elizabeth noticed that she had large breasts. Elizabeth becomes motivated to have her breasts enlarged in order to seduce Scott. However, when Elizabeth went to see a plastic surgeon, he told her the price of the surgery, but she cannot afford the $9,300 procedure. Later on, she finds out that there is a car wash event run by Amy which can make very good money, so she sugarcoats the director to cut Amy off from the event. Elizabeth attempts to raise money for the surgery through the 7th grade car wash, wearing provocative clothing, making everyone to stare and manipulating parents to give her money for more school supplies and tutoring. But her efforts are not enough. Elizabeth kept a very good amount of money for herself to do the breast implant, but she got caught by Amy. Later on, Amy informs the principal about Elizabeth's embezzlement, but he dismisses her claims when no evidence is provided. At a winter school party, Scott also admits that he is attracted to Amy and only views Elizabeth as a friend. Elizabeth feels very bad, and then she meets the school gym teacher. They start talking and seem to create a very good bond. Discovering that the teacher of the class with the highest state test scores will receive a $5,700 bonus, Elizabeth decides to change her style of teaching, forcing the class to intensely study To Kill a Mockingbird for the test. However, the change is too late because until now she didn't do any teaching. The students' scores on the book quizzes are low, further frustrating her. Meanwhile, she accepts Russell's friendship as Amy and Scott start dating. Elizabeth plans to steal the state test answers by impersonating a journalist and seducing Carl Hollaby, a state professor in charge of creating and distributing the exams. She convinces Carl to go into his office to have sex, but drugs him and steals the answer key. A month later, Elizabeth wins the bonus, completing her needed funds, and books her breast enlargement. When Elizabeth learns that Amy and Scott are getting ready for an upcoming field trip, she poisons an apple and leaves it for Amy, who ends up with blisters covering her face, resulting her not going to the trip, and leaving Scott all to Elizabeth. On the trip, Elizabeth seduces Scott. They dry hump and Elizabeth secretly leaves Amy a message through Scott's phone, recording all the action. However, Scott's ever-changing ideals disappoint Elizabeth. After her student Garrett is taunted by his classmates for confessing to an unrequited attraction to a superficial girl in the class, named Chase, Elizabeth consoles him, and this prompts her to begin reflecting on her own superficial ways. Back at the school, Amy switches Elizabeth's desk with her own, to trick the janitor into unlocking Elizabeth's sealed drawer. The evidence Amy finds leads her to suspect Elizabeth cheated on the state exam. Amy informs the principal and gets Carl to testify against her. However, Elizabeth took embarrassing photos of Carl while he was drugged and uses them to blackmail him to say she is innocent. When Elizabeth was informed that Amy switched the desks between them, she remembers that she keeps drugs inside the drawer, and then she states that teachers in the school use drugs. When the police bring a sniffer dog to search the school, they find Elizabeth's mini liquor bottles, marijuana and OxyContin pills in Amy's classroom. In Elizabeth's desk, which now belongs to Amy, Scott asks Elizabeth to start over, but she rejects him and chooses Russell, realizing that they have a lot in common. When the new school year starts, Elizabeth has reformed. She is kinder to her coworkers, has started a relationship with Russell, and did not get her breasts enlarged because she feels that it is unnecessary. Also, Elizabeth has a new position in the school as the new guidance counselor, and this is how the movie ends. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you can watch more videos like this. Thanks for watching.